Last time on Babs Bear Talk.
Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? Look, look, look. Look. It's gonna fall, guys. It's Saturday, August the 20th, and they're having a meeting right now at one of the community centers about the revamp of downtown area. I might just pop into that meeting. It's 3 hours long. My sister has invited us to come to her house first and then go to Pasadena. I was planning a trip to go down anyways to go visit with Dad because I kind of feel badly that when Mom was alive, we visited Mom all the time. And now that she's gone, we're not visiting Dad. But of course, he was gone for 6 weeks and then he's been back for about 3 weeks. And he goes over to my sister often. But I was going to make a special trip with just Joe and me, and we're just going to go sit with him and let him watch his programs. I didn't quite look forward to it, to be quite honest with you, because he likes to watch Fox News all day long, and I'm going to vomit if I have to watch Fox News all day long. I've banned that channel off of my TV lineup, I swear to you. You know, there's a lot of the news channels that I just refuse to watch. I get my news from Bill Maher and from the TYT, the Young Turks, off of YouTube. That's where I get all my political news. I don't watch any of that other crap that's out there. So he may have been nice and not turn it on because he knows how much we hate it. And one time I put a thing on Facebook about how I lost my dad to Fox News. So bad. But he may have put on his Westerns or maybe even the Olympics. I would have withstood it to just go sit with him for a couple of hours so he doesn't feel left out, because he knows that Mom was the one with the personality and people were attracted to her. And now when people are like going like this way away from him, he's just like, what? And I'm like, because it was Mom though. She was the one that attracted these people like flies. So what are you doing out there, babe?
Working.
What kind of work?
Cutting the hedges.
You are? I better go change my clothes and come help.
Yeah. You guys just do talking, you guys don't do.
Who are you talking to?
You guys just talk.
I know he ain't talking to you all. Jada's washing. I gotta go do this voiceover thing right now in this song booth for something for the Wednesday show. But you're cutting the hedges with a machine?
Come and see it. What I do out here.
Let's go see what he do out there though. Let's go. Come on, guys. First of all, these are dying now for the season, so I might chop these down. Oh, that's how you're digging out the weeds? Yeah, because this is a fire hazard. So can you get my tool that I can clear out the stuff back there? That thing that I dig the weeds with, that I stir up the earth with. That tool. Where's that at? In the garage? You know, a lot of the stuff that the Bible teaches to me has to do with growing, sowing and reaping and stuff. Because when it says break up the fallow ground of your heart, that's what we have to do with the flowers and the hedges. We have to break up the hard earth and soften it up so that it can get the nutrients, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do that and then catch you guys in a minute. I didn't end up going to the thing that they had to reinvent downtown because the time got away from me. It was a 3-hour meeting from 9 to noon. It's noon now. And I really had a lot of segments to record for the Wednesday show. And the Wednesday show takes a lot of creativity and stuff because there are a lot of components to it. I should really be editing the video that's supposed to go up on Monday, but I'm not even editing that yet because I'm putting the Wednesday show together, like just like a shell and outline, if you will. The Wednesday show to me is like storytelling, you know? Well, they all are, but this one is even more like storytelling because I have to put other components in there that are interesting because I really want to bring good content to you guys. So Jada went to visit Lois. Joy is going out to the mall. Joshua's still asleep. I'm really hoping that next week things get underway with at the shop because it was really frustrating to set up the machine and then have the paint not work. You know, and like I always tell the customers, the ink don't think. So the ink is either going to stay on your fabric or it's not going to stay. So with these PETE jars, because they're so dark, the light can't see through it. So ultraviolet inks have a hard time, you know, drying on these. And these jars are so beautiful. This design is so gorgeous. My friend Jenny, the graphic artist, is like, you know, this guy that's doing the Jars Barber tends to be a little bit pushy because he wants to contact you at 10 o'clock at night, at 6 in the morning. I'm like, yeah, he tries to do that with me too, but I pretend like I don't see the text and stuff because I'm not gonna fall into that trap. But office hours are from 8 to 4. You may be able to get in touch with me 5, 6, maybe even 7 at night, but after 7, I'm done. I've turned my brain off of that business and I'm into whatever's going on inside the home. All right, guys, so Joe is getting ready for us to go out to the lunch. I'm wearing this top. I have like a flared skirt on. I know you guys can't see it in the camera. I always wear these 3/4 sleeves. I hope you guys saw him. You saw him in the back. So I have to shut off the car while he puts the gas in, and then my sister calls. So let me take this call. My brother arrived safely. From Belize at LAX, so that's good news. And now I'm gonna go watch some tutorials on how to fix my shopping cart because the lady that called was the customer that ordered a book and I couldn't ship out the book because I didn't have the address. And she said there was no spot for her to put the address in. So now I gotta go learn again. Ugh, I'm so tired of learning. There's a police chase going on, guys. That's a police chase. Yep, that's too many police. That's a chase. Did y'all know that California is the police chase capital of the world? I think every day we have a police chase. So you just saw one live. I don't know why it's so jammed up on this freeway right now, but look. This is just awful. This freeway used to be so sweet, huh, Joe? I don't know if it's because that police chase, whatever was going on with the police. I think it's a chase. There's too many cars with lights and sirens.
Church is on the other side.
I know, but they backed up this side for some reason. Maybe they have a standoff up there. So what do you think to have it this way? Just too many people in California have cars?
Some shit going on down there.
Stop cussing on my vlogs, Joe.
What?
Stop cussing on my vlogs. You said the S word just now. I got young kids watching these vlogs.
Actually,
They one commercial from TV about the manga beer and really dry. Commercial and after the house about the car. Oh, I have it next time.
I think I see that.
I see that the clip. Oh, that's someone. So this is Old Town Pasadena. Tracy has us walk. We're going to take your Pokemon?
Yeah. So let me show roof. All right.
The roof. Sorry. Guys, good morning. It's Sunday morning, August the what? 21st? I lose track of the date when it comes to the weekends. Joe doesn't even want to hear the date. He's like, rent is due. I don't want to hear your problems today, Joe. I don't want to hear your problems. Joe was messing around with the window, right? You're trying to fix the window. The back window on the passenger side of the truck, well, the Tahoe, I call it a truck. It doesn't work because when you put it down, it doesn't go back up. So Joe was messing with it all morning to see if it's the motor, the gears, the cable. He's sitting over there. What is it? The motor?
Cable.
It's the cable?
But you have to buy the whole thing.
But you gotta buy the whole thing if it's the cable. Where are you gonna get that? Junkyard? Well, my cousin, when my cousin Cindy was visiting, she put the window down and it didn't want to go back up, so Joe had to like jam a knife in there. Where do we get these random knives in the car, right? It's one of these knives that you use like to break the glass if you're submerged in water, to cut the seat, but one of those utility knives. Joe had to jam in there, and it's been jammed in there since we picked up Cindy. And so I told Cindy, look, you don't put people's window down in old cars. That's a rule of thumb. All old cars owners know this, you know. Cindy has old cars too. It's not brand new. Might be newer than mine, but it's not brand new. And I'm like, this is my question that I'm posing to you guys. Do you put people's window down when you ride in their cars? I didn't even show you guys how Joe has the place looking. So these are the elephant ears. My rose bushes. These are going to come alive closer to October, November, December. And I know I call these lilies, but they might not be lilies. And these are my hibiscus, yellow and pink. He cut them all down. Here a path for us to walk. This is the man that did it. He cut it. He cut it all. See that little girl right there riding the skateboard? That's all she does all day long. She just gets on that skateboard from morning till night, and she just skateboards all day long. I don't even think she works. She's like a year older than Jada. She's not in school.
I used to.
I think she worked at one point. I don't know, I think she has mental issues. She used to be friends with Jada, but they broke off friendship when that little girl was like probably maybe 8 or 9, right, Joe? The dad says hello. The mom is really stuck up. There's 2 boys and that girl. Well, the girl's in the middle. And one time I had a birthday party for Joe. Joe's birthday is in October. And I had a friend that was coming over with a lot of little kids that kind of look like my kids. And so the little girl that used to live next door, she came over with her, because they all used to come over together to visit Jada. And so I told them already when they arrived that they wouldn't be able to stay after the party started, because it was a grown-up party. And the only person that was bringing kids was that one friend with all her little kids. The rest of it was all adults. And they were like, okay, no problem. So right when my friend arrived with all her little kids, they were all little girls, that little girl jumped up and ran home and said, I have to go because I'm not allowed to play with black people. And I was like, what the hell? So anyhow, she was gone. And a half hour later, the mom called me on the phone and she was cussing me out, you guys. She was just so cussing. I'm like, what are you cussing me about? And she says, you sent my daughter home from the party and she didn't do anything wrong. So why did she have to come home from the party? And I said, first of all, I didn't send her home. I said, I did tell that little girl and the one from next door that they would have to go home once my party started because it was for adults. I didn't feel like I had to explain to her that one friend was going to come with all her little kids and that was the only person allowed to bring kids. And they were fine with it. All of a sudden, when the kids showed up, she said, yada, 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 black people. And she's like, well, she said that because we just got mugged by a bunch of black thugs. And so that's why we're like, you know, she's afraid. I'm like, okay, well, that's your issue. Huh? That's your issue. You're the one that's superimposing that on her. A lot of times different people hurt me, and I don't just hate that whole race because that one person from that race, you know, hurt me. And I was like, I don't even really care. I don't. Joe's turning too close to this car in front of me.
You know what, Joe?
I know, but he's not gone, Joe. Jesus, is it an old person? Yeah, so I didn't even harbor any animosity towards them for that, because whatever, you know, I'm not going to be fighting every battle. But after that, Jada didn't go over there because there was a rumor that the husband was like roughing up the wife. I don't know if he was beating her, but roughing her up. We never had proof, but the kids talked about it, the girls. And so I told Jada, I'm sorry, but you're not allowed to go over to anybody's house where there's domestic violence. I know about domestic violence, and it's always the innocent person that ends up getting killed. You know, so I don't want you there. And if this man's really beating her, and then somebody pulls a gun or a machete or a knife or a sword or something, and you get killed in the process because you're visiting over there, I'll forget those people. So I never looked over there again. Another day. That little girl's like 22. This happened when she was like 8. Like I said, the dad will go out of his way to say hello to Joe. That's a man-to-man thing. That's okay. You know, the mother doesn't look at me. I don't look at her. And basically nobody borrows sugar. 4:41 in the morning. What day is it today? Wednesday?
Yes.
August the what? 24th?
Yes.
Wednesday, August the 24th, 4:41 in the morning. What are we doing up this early? Taking Joshua and Jada to.
Take a slight right turn to merge onto I-10 west toward Los Angeles.
Did you hear what she said? What she said. What she said. But it's not really Los Angeles, it's Long Beach. So my babies went in just now. Long Beach Airport is kind of small.
Hey, you better take care of yourself. You better take care of yourself.
Well, I know Jada can take care of herself. I don't know about Joshua. And I'm totally teasing, guys. Joshua knows how to take care of himself when there's nobody else around. He's real savvy at that. But Jada, she will ask questions and all that stuff. So we just dropped them off. We're gonna like hover around the neighborhood just to make sure they checked in. I don't want to pay for parking. And then heading back home. I'm operating on like 3 hours sleep because I went to bed like at midnight. Well, I went to bed like at 11, but then I got sick with some pains, like gas pains. And so I didn't fall asleep till like midnight, and I got up at 3. We had to leave home like around 4:20 or 4:15, so I dared not go back to sleep because I knew I would oversleep. So alright guys, so they've checked in at 6 o'clock. They don't leave till 7:20, so it's back home for us, breakfast, and then work. We're back on the freeway, and we just kind of waited around the bend because we didn't want to pay parking, but we also did not want to leave them without knowing that they checked in, because the kids have not really, they've not really gone anywhere by themselves before, huh? Jada went with me one time to Utah, and then this is only the second time that Joshua's going to be on a plane. Yeah, he went to Belize in 2013. Yeah, this is like their first trip alone. Thank God it's only an hour and 20 minutes flight. Where are they going? To Utah. Cousin Brian promised them a trip before the summer ends, and right in the nick of time because Jada goes back to school on Monday. He bought plane tickets for them yesterday, and they're going. It came about rather suddenly. I didn't vlog Monday or Tuesday because I had too much to edit for the Wednesday show. But I have a lot of stuff before that will comprise this vlog, and I'll upload it later on tonight. So we're heading back home, guys, and we're gonna eat breakfast and then go to work and try to be finished before it gets too hot because it's gonna be a hot day today. It's 6:50 in the morning, guys, and this is the 15. We're joining, right?
60.
From the 60 to the 15. It's always so jammed at these junctions, though. It's almost 8 o'clock. We got home like a little bit after 7. Joe did the breakfast. I packed up the lunch, and I kind of straightened up the living room because Jory says if I leave the place clean, when I come home, I'm gonna find it clean because them two are gone. So Jory swears that it's those two kids. Look, do you see that? Mm-hmm. She just gunned it. It's those two kids that mess up my house. So we'll see, because I think Jory's the one that messes up the microwave, because he refuses. I mean, why would you refuse to put a cover on something that you're microwaving? You know it's gonna splatter and spatter. You know, come on. The only explanation that I have for that is that he doesn't care because he doesn't clean it.
Is that lotion?
Show that Leon over here.
Take every picture.
They felt sorry for us because the kids
The
left
workers
us.
are gone, so we come and we're gonna make mom work, and me, Joe, and
Yeah,
Barbara
they
are
got
gonna sit down
safely.
and eat.
What's in this one, Mom?
Oh, you open it up in
Oh,
your
I like
seat.
this. You're the second person to give me a bird. My aunt gave me a bird thing like 15 years ago.
Let's try to tell your
It says use. I don't know if it's an insult or a compliment that her thing says. All right, so Joe just got scolded because he missed the best part. See?
You didn't
Look at
get
these
the ring.
gorgeous earrings.
You don't get a. You have a ring like that.
No, I love the earrings
I mean,
because
a
you'll
ring.
see.
Color.
Because I have to take the rings off when I do the show, you know, with flowers.
that's
But
what
I
I used
love
to
the
have a ring
earrings.
like they stole
Look,
it.
guys. Oh, that's when they broke in and they stole
Yeah,
from
I
you. Oh,
used
that
to love
sucks,
that.
Mom.
Looking good.
Okay.
So, Mom, did you hear that I saw your grandson yesterday?
When the red button is on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys, see, I'm doing it. back on the boat. Splash.
So splash?
Yeah.